Welcome to Kropping with Fitzy and Kristi. I'm Fitzy,
And I'm Kristi. I'm from Massachusetts.
and I'm from South Carolina, y'all. Just
Just kidding.
kidding.
I'm the one from South Carolina.
And I'm the one from Massachusetts. And we're here to bring the North and the South together through scrapbooking and card making.
But of course, it's not limited to just those of you that are in the North and the South. West Coast folks and those in the Midwest, of course, you are more than welcome to join us.
We're both independent advisors for Creative Memory Scrapbooking, and this is our first collaboration on YouTube.
Yay!
Yay!
So our goal is to show you something old and something new and how those things can work together to create some beautiful projects.
And our other goal is to do this once a month on Fridays. So now we're going to go to Kristi's workspace. She's going to start.
Yay!
Okay, Kristi, you are spotlighted.
Okay, so um, I'm going to show you the project that we're going to work on. This project was created with the On the Lake collection, but my idea started from wanting to make some pockets because of the Denim Revival collection that we came out with, that Creative Memories came out with. I don't have all my photo mats on here. I just noticed that. So this would hold a photo. There's a 4x4 here. And of course, you've got a journaling box here. But a few years ago, Creative Memories had a denim collection that was part of the You've Got This collection. I'm forgetting the exact name of it,
I think that's
but
what it was called.
I think it was, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
just You've Got This. And I will always feel like I need to call it something else, but it's because You've Got This had two parts to it. And I think that's why I get so confused. So anyway, so I know that the Denim Revival collection actually, you can get some embellishments that are pockets, but I felt like, you're going to run out of pockets, or you might want to make a pocket for a different collection, like I did here with the On the Lake. And the thing about the pocket is, look, you can, of course, my fingernails aren't going to help me cooperate here, but you can tuck some embellishments into those pockets. And you could tuck a picture into the pocket. Of course, we could use our tab punch to put a tab on it so that you know that you can pull it in or out. But anyway, I just wanted to find a way to easily make some pockets. And I also wanted people to see that have the old denim collection or the new denim collection or both, how those papers can work together. So, so we're gonna start by making our base page from the denim, from some of the papers from the denim collection. These are the ones that I'm gonna use. And there's really no right or wrong way. I mean, use whatever you want to use, but I would suggest that you do have contrast, like the lighter and the darker. Whereas if I used something that was maybe a little closer, I don't know that that's the great example. But you definitely want the contrast, right? And so, and you're going to want a welding strip. And I just happen to have a welding strip already in my stash, in my my leftovers. I will say one other thing. I conserve paper all the time. Um, it's like I'm a paper hoarder. I don't know if any other scrapbookers can relate with that, but I'm like, why cover up whatever this is, 4.5 inches of 5 inches of a piece of paper? Instead, just use the two different sizes and weld them together. But if you don't want to take the time to weld, you certainly don't have to. But I am going to weld these two pieces of paper together. So does that make sense, Michelle? Am I giving am I
It makes
am I
perfect
over
sense.
explaining?
No, you're good.
Okay. I just want you to know that you don't have to weld, but if I were you, I would weld and save your paper. So, okay, let me move my sample out of the way so we can get started. And what we're going to need is the widest piece of paper is going to be cut at 7 inches. You know, I just now opened up my arm because I automatically think I need to open up the arm of my trimmer, but technically I could just measure it to the 5 inch mark because that would leave me with 7 inches. So you do whatever makes the most sense for you, and it will all be okay. So I'm going to make this cut at 7 inches. And my other piece of paper is going to be cut at 5 inches.
I'm
So right
excited to
now,
make a pocket.
say that again.
I'm excited to make a pocket.
Oh, yay. I'm so glad. Well, I'm excited to teach you. Um, I think that I need to go ahead. There's really, I don't have to move my trimmer right now, but I'm gonna move it so that I can go ahead and weld these two pieces of paper together. And you can make the decision on which side of the page you want your big piece to be on. You know, it can be on the right or the left. And I'm going to make it, at least I think I'm making it opposite from how I made the other one. I might be wrong though. Here's what I mean. This one, I have the big piece on the right-hand side of the page and the small piece on the left-hand side of the page. I'm going to try to do it the other way, and that would show an example of turning this into a double page spread. But who knows? I'm directionally challenged sometimes, so I might not be making it opposite, even though I think I am.
Kristi, what size strip are you using for the welding strip?
Okay, so for the welding strip, this one was already cut at 1 inch. It was just down in my scrap pile. But if you could use a piece as small as a 1/2 inch, I think the perfect size, you know, it's not too little, not too big, is 3/4 of an inch. But this one was already cut and I didn't cut it down. So thank you for reminding me to discuss that, because yeah, it does make a difference. Are you good?
Yep.
Okay. So I have my base and I'll just put it over on this other mat here. And now I'm going to get my trimmer back out and we're going to talk about this pocket that I want us to make. So it's really easy to do. And I did have to try to figure out the best way to do this. And it wasn't hard, except for I did do a few little trial and error things, and I think I have a way to teach you how to do this. And I apologize, I didn't just now tell you. I'm cutting my 5 inch piece of paper down to 4 inches. So it's 4 inches wide, and now I'm going to make it 5 inches long. This would be a pocket that will be the perfect size to hold a 3.5 inch by 4 inch photo. So if you want to make a bigger pocket, you can certainly do that. If you want to make a smaller pocket, you can certainly do that. But I did learn in a meeting with some Creative Memories advisor friends not too long ago from our great friend Karen Wolf that it's easy to make templates if you're going to be making things. more than one, just make yourself a template, and you can even write notes on it to help you figure out how to do things. So I do have my little template, and I'm not necessarily going to be laying it on here and tracing, but I did just want to point out the fact that for something like a pocket or some other kind of design that you're making, you can make yourself a template, and then you remember what to do from one time to the next, right? Okay, so I've got my pocket laid on my mat, and I want to make a little mark in the center place. So since this is, I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 inches wide, then I'm going to make my mark at the halfway point, which is, of course, is 2 inches, right? So I'm going to make a little mark down here at 2 inches. And then I'm going to take my trimmer. Oh, no. That's not what I'm doing. Sorry. Sorry, I forgot my own instructions.
Uh-oh.
So I'm making the mark there, but I'm also going to come onto the mat and make a mark at 5/8 of an inch. So 5/8 is 1 tick mark past the half inch, okay? And I need to do it on both sides. You could, of course, pull out a ruler, and then you won't have to go side to side on your mat like what I'm doing right now, but just make a little mark at 5/8 of an inch on the sides, and then the 2-inch mark at the bottom. And from there, you can either use your trimmer to cut from mark to mark, lay the side mark on the cut line and the center mark on the cut line. And I think you can see that okay, but you can also use your scissors. So I'm going to do one each way. I'm going to cut one with my trimmer, and it's just cutting that angle to make it look like a pocket. And then this one, I'm going to use my scissors. Oops, I want to use my long scissors to cut from point to point. And I'm not always a great straight cutter, but I did pretty good. There you go. And I have a, what do you call them? High polymer eraser right here. So I'll get my marks off that are still on the front of that pocket. And when I made this pocket, I also learned, let me get my pen out. I didn't already have it out. I did learn that it's really nice to add the stitching. Let me find my sample. Y'all see how I did the stitching on the edge?
So pretty.
So I came in about I think it's 1/8 of an inch. So have a ruler close by so that you can either perfectly or just kind of guesstimate how much you want to come in. But we're going to make some stitches down the side. It will only take a second. And of course, you can make them any size, any length. I will say that don't go all the way to the bottom of your pocket. Like, let me hold this back up. See how I didn't go all the way to the bottom? I stayed up about 1/8 of an inch, because then I'm going to turn it and go 1/8 of an inch this way, right? Does that make sense?
Total.
Okay. Whoops, I'm getting a little close there.
The
I had to make
stitching
that
makes
little
a nice difference in it.
Say that again?
The stitching makes such a nice effect on it.
Isn't it amazing? I mean, I'm the kind of scrapbooker that I want to shoot it, bag it, bring it home. I want to get done fast, and I almost always do very simple pages. But so I wouldn't always take the time to add stitches like this, or some sort of other little doodling technique, but it really does. I mean, it went really fast, as you can see, because I'm finished, and you probably are too.
I'm
And
still
it just
stitching.
makes, oh, okay, well, sorry.
That's
But
okay.
it really just makes a big difference. So for my design, I made my pocket out of the same paper that I was using on the big piece, and it contrasts with the darker paper that's on my little piece, right? But you could use a third paper. There's no right or wrong to how you want to put this together, but and I have my pocket towards the top of the layout, but you can certainly do it another way. I did pull out some variety mats that I'm going to use to serve as photo holders. And this layout, look, this one has a built-in journaling box, and this one is going to be a photo holder. Let's see. I have another photo that will go here. And then I've got these little embellishments that can come out of my pocket up here. Now, when you're adhering your pocket, we're only going to adhere it on the sides and the bottom. And I am a huge fan of repositionable tape runner, but I am going to use one of the stronger ones. I shouldn't say stronger because to me, repo is perfectly fine, but I'm going to use regular adhesive on my pocket since things are going to be sliding in and out of it. And I'm just going to leave the top of the pocket not adhered or not stuck down, right? So leave that open so that I can slide things in and out. And I'm just going to place that towards the top of the page and then, down so that it has room for things to slide in and out like that. Let me see. I'm going to layer this a little bit better. I know I told you the measurements for the photo that will go on this pocket, but I didn't actually cut my mat yet. So I think this is, how wide is this? This is 4 inches wide, and I need it to be 3.5 inches tall. So I'm going to cut, let's see, I'm going to make this 3.5 inches wide, which it's actually just over 3.5 inches. So I'm barely cutting that part. And then I'm going to make this down to 4 inches. So this photo holder is 3.5 by 4. And look how it perfectly fits on that pocket. And then you can still see the stitching on the side of the pocket. Isn't that cute? If I do say so
Adorable.
myself. And
I love it.
I have some pre-made photo holders that I'm going to pop on here just to conserve time. But obviously since the sizes are written on them, you'll know what size photo. The big photo mat, or this photo mat that I chose from the variety mats, is one of the big ones, the 4.5 by 6.5. So I can put my 4 by 6 photo on there. I've already told you I will use this as a journaling box, and then a 4 by 4 photo, and then this one is 3.5 by 4. Let me write the measurements on that so that you can see how big it is. And obviously I need to stick these pieces down because I haven't put adhesive on them yet. And then I'm gonna cheat, not really cheat, but I'm gonna show you something that I didn't plan on showing you. But since I decided to make this page opposite from the Life on the Lake, look at what I've got now, because I already had a denim one finished ahead of time too. So
Ooh,
now I have a double page spread, and I didn't even really plan on showing you this.
I love it. It looks
So,
awesome.
so how is that? So this will hold a 4 by 6. Sorry, Michelle, I didn't warn you that I was gonna do that. And
I did a 2-page spread.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing is too, I didn't or I shouldn't say I didn't. You wouldn't necessarily want two journaling boxes on a double page spread, but you never know. There might be an instance where you would. And if you don't, then just pop another, this isn't going to be the right size, but just pop another photo on top of one of the ones that you want to cover up, right?
For sure. Or you could use one for journaling and one as a decorative element too.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So anyway, I hope that was okay. I feel like um hopefully I wasn't like just all over the place trying to explain this and teach this to you guys. Hopefully you understand and you understand my southern. But Michelle, I am very excited to see what you're going to show us. So let me
Okay.
get my things out of the way here so we can spotlight you. Oh, well, I didn't stick this down, but I'll worry about doing that in a minute. It's not going to matter.
I'm going to share what I made from what you taught us first.
Oh, yes, please. Thank you. Let me spotlight you though.
Okay.
Give me just 1 second. There you are. Oh, I love it.
Isn't it so pretty? So this is from the Welcome Baby collection. I still have a few baby pictures that I have recently discovered, so
Okay.
I'm
That
gonna
is fantastic.
it's so pretty. I love this collection. I love the colors. It's subtle, and it's just
Definitely.
look at they're little bunnies.
Uh-huh. I
How
love
cute
it,
are
which
these
to
little
me
bunnies?
means, and it's so neutral, gender neutral that you could use it for a baby boy, you can use it for a baby girl. And I think this is hilarious because we literally did not discuss the fact that we were going to show double page spreads.
No.
And there you are. And then I like the way you did the pockets in the two different places too.
Yeah, I wanted to see what it would look like if I put it down the bottom and up at the top, and I
Mhm.
like it actually. It looks
Right.
cute.
And you've still got room for another 4x4 or whatever up at the
Yep, I
top
could
or the
put a
bottom.
photo here, and then I could put one on each pocket, and then I got room for
Perfect.
photos here, and I could turn this into a photo mat or a journaling box if I want, but I kind of like this, so let's
Yes.
see.
Perfect. Good
All right.
job. I
Well,
must be a good teacher.
that must be it. I'm just gonna fix my camera angle here just a little bit. All right. So what I'm going to be working on, this is paper from not the last or the most recent, um, what do you call it? The mystery box, but it is, oh, and I'm still a little crooked. I'm sorry. Let me just fix it.
That's good. That looks
That's
good.
better. Okay. So my layout, I'm going to be using 2 sheets from, I believe it's called Copper Canyon, and I'm going to be using the Copper Shimmer cardstock, which I absolutely love. Now, I don't know if this box is available anymore on the website. I kind of think it may not be. I do
Mhm.
have a couple in stock if that's something you're looking for. All right.
Okay.
And I am going to show you what we are actually going to create. So taking the something old, something new into consideration. So right now with the border maker system, we have the double rickrack border maker cartridge. And I will tell you right now, this is my go-to cartridge for just about anything I'm creating lately. I cannot say enough about the double rickrack. I just love it. And what's really cool is it kind of works the same way a couple of these older BMCs work. So if you were lucky enough to get the ruffle trim, this is an oldie but goodie.
Mhm.
or the zigzag, which is another oldie but goodie. They all work kind of the same way. And by that, I mean is they give a layout a fresh, polished look, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
So let me show. So for instance, on this particular layout, this is a nice little Christmas layout, but look how the ruffle trim border really makes this beautiful paper in the middle just kind of jump out at you, right? And it
I
gives,
love it.
isn't that pretty?
Love it. Love it. Love it.
So it gives a nice, clean, polished look, which it's kind of like that finishing touch that a layout needs, right? So that's the ruffle trim. And then what I have here is the zigzag. So this is a 2-page spread, but look at how just this little border makes the rest of this just kind of jump off the page, right? It gives it
Yeah.
that nice finished look. And what I love about this particular layout is there's tons of space for photos, right? You can get
Mhm.
photos could you get on here, right?
Uh,
So
yeah, that looks great.
thank you. All right. So then what we're going to create tonight or today, I guess depending on where you are, it could be day or night now.
Right, right. Yeah. You never know when somebody's watching the videos.
This is true. So this is the layout that we're going to create right now with Copper Canyon. You can use whatever papers you have in your stash, but this is the double rickrack. And look at that effect. And as we're creating, you're going to see what a difference this makes because you're going to see this without the double rickrack, and then you're going to see what it looks like when you add it onto the page. It's really cool.
That is gorgeous.
I just love this paper pack.
Oh, that paper pack, that secret box was just out of the park. Awesome.
Oh,
So was the most recent secret box too. The
it's
bright
not,
the light.
yeah, yeah. The most recent one has those light, the brighter colors,
Yeah.
and I love it. All
Mhm.
right, so we're gonna take out our trimmer, and this
Okay.
sheet, I'm not gonna cut anything off of this. This is gonna be my base. So I'm just gonna put
Okay.
that to the side, and I'm gonna use this lighter color. This is what I'm gonna cut. And it's it's really simple, I'm not gonna lie. So our first cut is gonna be at the 4-inch mark. So just go ahead and just give that a nice cut. And then the next cut is going to be at the 2-inch mark. All right. Now, the rest of the paper here is for another layout of your choosing the next time you're creating. We're just going to use these for today. I'm going to put my trimmer down here, and now I'm going to take my cardstock and my border maker system. Now, if you don't have the border maker system, you are missing out on probably, in my opinion, one of the best scrapping tools out there. It's my go-to speed tool. I just love this whole system.
I
So
do too.
wait, do you use it a lot? I use mine. Oh,
All time. And
yep,
I tell people if you're only getting one decorative tool, this is the one to get.
yep,
Of course, I
by
think you
far,
should have them all, but
for sure.
yeah.
All right. So there are 3 different things involved with the border maker system. So the first one is the housing unit. And the one thing I want you to notice is up here, there is a line. See this white line? Just note
Yes.
that that's there, and we're going to show you what that does later, okay? And what you're going to do is take one of your cartridges. I'm using obviously the double Rick Rack, and see these 2 little prongs that stick out. So you're
Mhm.
gonna put the flat side into this little cartridge and it clicks right in. Really simple. All right. So that's all set up to be used. Now these two little prongs here that I just showed you are gonna go into all these little indentations in the paper guide. All right.
Mhm.
And that's how you're gonna get down the whole piece. And you'll see that in a second. So to start, I'm gonna open up my tray, and that was located down here, and I just flipped it up and it snaps into place. I'm going to lift to the magnetic bar, and I'm going to go ahead and slide a piece of paper in all the way to the end of the tray. And once I have that paper in, I'm going to click the tray back into position on the bottom. All right. Now I'm going to take my housing unit, and remember these little prongs here, and also this little white line I showed you before, that's going to match up with all these little, I don't know what you call them, nodules on the
Mhm.
paper guide. So let me pull that closer so you can see it. See these
Yeah.
nodules here? All right. So there are 6, and you're going to punch 6 times. So right now, the white line on the housing unit is lined up to the first nodule, and I'm going to punch, and I'm going to gently move to the second one and punch. And you just have to be very gentle with some of the cartridges because some of the designs are intricate and delicate, and you don't want to break them as you go. So just be very simple. Take your time. There's no rush. It's only 6 punches and then you're done. So it goes pretty quick. And look, now we have these 2 really cool borders all set and ready to go. So now we're ready to adhere everything to our base page. Let me get this out of the way.
Some of the punches leave some cool trash too, but
They do. Even this little skinny strip that came out of it would be a great little border somewhere, it just gives a
Right.
little bit of effect, which is what you're looking for, really.
Mhm.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and I gotta find my tape runner. Note to self, my mouse is not my tape runner.
I don't have a mouse with this computer, so I don't ever make that mistake. But boy, I certainly lose my tape runner on, my desk. It gets like thrown around with other things, whether it's an eraser or a ruler or whatever. So I
So
feel
I
your
have,
pain.
I have 2 laptops down here, and
Ah,
each one has a mouse. So between the 2 mice and all the different tape runners I have, I never know what I'm gonna have in my hand next. So
that's fun.
we are just tacking down our 2-inch strip and our 4-inch strip. And just put one on each side, and you can do it however you want. Um, all right, and once you have that done, now it's a pretty page as is. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. You could certainly use it just like this. But now what I'm
Absolutely.
going to do, let me come over here. I'm going to use my mat here. I'm just going to put some tape runner on all of this. So what I'm using now is a silicone mat, and it's great when you're using the repositionable tape runner because the repositionable tape runner will only stick to the paper and not to the mat. So it's very nice.
Definitely.
So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these borders down. And I think I just went a little off the page there. So let me just fix that.
That is amazing the way it just
right?
wakes up the design.
Did you just say it wakes up the design?
Yes.
I love that. That's like the perfect way to say it. It just
Well,
wakes
thank you. You know, those of us from South Carolina, we got some good sayings sometimes.
up. And here you go. So look at that. Look how it just makes everything jump. It wakes up your layout.
I love it, Michelle. That's so cool.
And I already had one done. So let's just look at this side by side now. So right here, there's a couple of different things you can do because this is a pretty easy and versatile layout. So you
Mm-hmm.
can put it side by side like this, where the two-inch strips meet.
Mm-hmm.
You can also turn it. So you can
Oh,
have,
yes.
so you can go side to side.
Huh?
You can turn it again. So the two larger sizes meet and the two smaller sides are on the outside edges. And you can turn it one more time. And now we have the smaller edges at the top, larger edge at the bottom. And again, look how it all just works so beautifully. So this is a really simple, easy layout, and using the border maker system wakes it up. How's
Oh,
that for being spontaneous and going with the flow?
I love it. I love it. Michelle, I'm
Yeah.
not sure how to do a double spotlight, or maybe you just want, maybe we should just go
Oh
back to
yeah,
my
I
page.
can do
I
that.
want to show you what I did. And again, this was not rehearsed whatsoever, but I already had one finished and then I made another one and I did it opposite so that I could
Oh,
create a double page spread like this.
oh, that looks awesome.
So this is from the Something Blue collection.
I
And as you can see, it's just very springy and it has nothing to do with weddings unless you feel like hearts. This has like the faint little hearts. But other than that, I mean, it could be for anything. I think it could even be for little baby boys because, there's nothing wrong with flowers being around little baby boys. But anyway, I just think this is such a pretty paper pack and I love your design. Love, love, love it. Oh, and one other thing, you used two different papers and you just used the front and the back for the two pieces, the 4-inch strip and the 2-inch strip. So,
nope, I used the same side, I think. I did not use
oh,
front
oh, oh,
back.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No,
Okay, I was saying it wrong. But still, you used the same paper, right? I
I did.
used I used two different papers only because I liked the way the white background floral contrasted with the dark background floral.
I see
And
what you're saying. Yep.
you see what
No,
I'm
it's
saying?
beautiful.
And it still goes with these hearts. So if the dark background floral on the back was a color or whatever that I wanted to use, I could have done that. But I just used a completely different one altogether. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out real quick.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
I'm just so excited. We made two fun layouts, quick and
I
easy.
know. So
So I'm gonna
fun.
bring you and me back up on the screen.
Okay. Well, there we go. Oh,
Oops.
that's just me. Hey.
All right, real quick. Massachusetts or South Carolina?
Yeah, there you go. There you
There
go.
we go.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Oh, so I am so thankful that we got this we got this started. We've talked about it for a couple of months now, and we were ready to jump in, and we look forward to doing this every month from now on until we're 100 years old.
Exactly.
And we're so thankful that you each took the time to watch. Spread the word, have people join in. And my YouTube channel is Kristi's Kropping and Creating, and Michelle's is.
Fitzy's Fabulous Scrapbooks.
And with that, until next month,
Hold on.
we'll.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channels. That helps us get all of what you just saw out to as many people as possible. There are a lot of scrappers out there, or people who are thinking about scrapping and have never tried it. And I think if they see how easy these layouts are, they're going to want to join us, right?
Definitely, definitely.
So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for Kristi's. Wait, say yours again, Kristi.
And it all begins with a K. So Kristi's Kropping and Creating.
And I am Fitzy's Fabulous Scrapbooks. So please subscribe to our channels. And remember, when you hit the subscribe button, a little bell icon will pop up, and just hit personalize it to your liking. But you want to be able to get our notifications when our videos come out. So hit that subscribe button.
Absolutely.
And there is a new launch that just came out today, and a promo. So today is what, Monday, May 20th?
Yes.
And the promo is spend $135 and get a choice of one of two bundles. Each of the bundles has a punch and some stickers, and I think there might be some other items too. I don't remember. So go check that out on either of our websites. Kristi,
Yes.
what's your website?
My website is creativememories.com/user/KRISTIBOLIN.
Thank you. And my website is creativememories.com/user/Michelle Fitz. 2 L's in Michelle. All right. And you can reach out to me by email anytime by emailing Fitzy's Fabulous Scrapbooks at gmail.com. Your email, Kristi?
It's my name, KristiBolin@gmail.com. And again, that's KRISTIBOLIN@gmail.com.
And sorted. I do have a Facebook group that you can join. It is called FRQ Glitz Girls Scrapbooking Group. And it's run by myself and 2 of my team members. You'll have to answer a few questions, but after those questions are answered, it proves to us you're not a scammer or a bot, and we'll let you right in.
Mhm.
All right.
Perfect.
Anything else you would like to add, Kristi?
The only other thing, Michelle mentioned the Facebook group that she has. I don't have a public Facebook group, but you can reach out to me by email and ask me about joining Kristi's Croppers subscription group, and I can get you in that way. Or I can, for that matter, I can let you in my private Creative Memories customer group. So yeah, I've never taken the time to set up the questionnaire and all that kind of thing to help avoid the scammers, but maybe that should be next on my list. But
Yeah,
anyway,
it's a good thing to do. And I
yeah.
also have a subscription group with my team. It's called Crop Crew. We've been doing it since July of 2020, and it's
Mhm.
still going strong. So you can reach out to me by email or message me on Facebook, and I can give you more information on how to join. But it's a minimal fee. It's only $25 a quarter, and you get a class every week. So I
Perfect.
think we have said all we can, so we're
I
gonna end.
think that's it.
We're gonna
Yeah. So
and I don't know about you, but I'm gonna go have some chowder for dinner.
I think I'll go have some fried chicken and sweet tea.
fantastic.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Anyway,
Well,
thank you again for watching, everybody.
thanks for joining us. See you next time. Bye for
Bye.
now.